My dearest lovely people, I have missed you. But sometimes life asks us to stop creating for a while and simply receive. I think to absorb everything that unfolds before us, to let it become a feast for the soul. Over the past few months, I've been traveling through the German countryside, spending long days walking, cycling, and painting. And I also felt myself reconnecting with nature and learning about artistic observation. I took my sketchbook with me to capture little moments of inspiration. It feels so good to finally be back here with you, so today let's catch up. I take you to 3 whimsical places in the German countryside, and afterwards we'll return to my studio where these little sketches become a finished illustration. Traveling and painting in the German countryside is really special. There is something so pretty about tiny half-timbered villages and old churches like hiding places and wildflower meadows. For the time being there, it invites you to another world of whimsical gardens and glimmering fields in summer. This lovely town, Heilbad Heiligenstadt, really stole my heart. At first glance it seems like a quiet, almost sleepy town, but once you begin wandering its streets, you discover picturesque corners everywhere. Flowers climbing old walls, or tiny hidden gardens, or little streams, where nature and everyday life of the people there meet. I took my time to discover the whole village on a walk and then carefully choose a quiet place to sit down and paint. I must say the half-timbered houses have always been a soft spot of mine. I dream of living in one someday. I imagine myself living a quiet life in the countryside with a cottage garden and all the beautiful old details that come with a house like this. As I wandered through the town, I kept looking for that one view that made me stop walking. Somewhere that felt peaceful, interesting to paint, and pleasant enough to sit for a while. Before I start sketching, I usually spend quite a bit of time looking around because I think finding the right spot is almost as important as the sketch itself. For this page I decided to use my Neocolor 2 crayons because they are really easy to handle outside. I roughly blocked in the colors first and the shades, and then activated them with my water brush. One thing I've noticed about sketching outdoors is that it always takes me much longer than I expect. I think I sat there for almost an hour for this tiny page, but somehow time moves differently when you're painting from life. Looking back, I think this page turned out really sweet. Of course, there are things I would paint differently now. I questioned my choice of materials, or negative space or blank space, and the colors. But then I reminded myself that this is exactly what a sketchbook is for, that it is a place to experiment and observe, to learn, not to create a perfect finish illustration. And perhaps one day I'll come back to this sketch and turn it into a larger illustration. I spent my days also wandering through the forests nearby. The Arboretum has an exceptional variation of trees from all over the world. On the route we took, there were a lot of Japanese cherry trees and rhododendron, and I was so glad that instead of constantly thinking about what I should create next, I simply observed and appreciated and enjoyed the time I had been given. And somehow that became creative in its own way, I think. On a summer morning fair, take up your pilgrim staff. Your cares dissolves into the air like morning mist that passes. The sky, so bright and also endless, smiles softly through your heart. And lovely as God's faithfulness its sheltering roof imparts. All around are blooms, green above, and grasses rich with grace. You feel as though His love walks with you on your way. So homely all the world resounds, as in your childhood home. And soaring past the lark's sweet songs, your soul is free to roam. Besides all these quiet moments, there has been a lot going on in my life. My full-time job has asked a lot of me, and it's creative work as well, so which means that for quite a while all of my creative energy went there. And maybe that's why I became quieter here too. But during these little bike rides, surrounded by wildflowers and open fields, I slowly began feeling that spark of creativity returning. Back at home, I picked up my paintbrush for the first time in 2 months This flower is called echte Sternmeere, Easterbell starwort, Stellaria or Lostea, which is rich in pollen and provides nectar for the bees. What a beautiful name! Its small, star-shaped white flowers pop up in the deep green riverside like stars in the dark sky. I decided to carry a little piece of the countryside with me into the studio. My palette had been patiently waiting for me all this time and hadn't dried yet. And as I looked at the patches of color, and one little combination there caught my eye. A soft blend of lilac and dusty pink felt just right, just as happy as my memories and my current mood I was in. Thank you all for your incredibly kind and sometimes also wonderfully worried messages while I was away. It means more to me than I could put down into words, and thank you so much for staying. Oh yeah, and also hello and welcome to all the new people here on my channel. Such lovely people I knew here, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm excited to see where this next chapter of life and also in my art will lead us. So until next time, Liebe!